Sponsored by your local Toyota dealer and Sterling Savings Bank. Friday Night Sports Extra starts right now.
All right, hello and welcome to another edition of the Friday Night Sports Extra. We're getting close to crunch time. The playoffs approaching. The GSL, the top half anyway, is a complete mess. The Inland Empire League, there's some crazy stuff going on there as well.
The good thing about the GSL, almost nothing was decided tonight. We had a chance to figure stuff out. We don't know what's going on.
I think we spent half the time we were back here tonight trying to figure it out, only to find out that next week it'll still keep on going.
It's rock, paper, scissors right
We
now.
fill you on, but we don't have any idea what's going on. A lot of good games tonight. We start where Tanya just told you about Valley Christian homecoming. Drew Swank being honored by the players of Valley Christian out there today, taking on Sprague and Harrington. Sprague Harrington up 6-0 early, but Valley Christian answers. Rosh Tabbert takes it in around the left side. Takes a little time for himself. You can understand that. 6-6, two-point conversion time for the Panthers. Colby Blue, he spent his 6th birthday at my wedding, but he spent the night in the end zone. First lead of the season for the Panthers of Valley Christian. But here comes that touchdown machine. Nick Spurline of Sprague Harrington. He knocks it in. Sprague Harrington back on top. And here come the Panthers again. Andrew Rizzi keeps it himself, takes it into the end zone, and watch this. Wonder who he's pointing to. Good game tonight for Valley Christian. They had the lead, but they couldn't hold on tonight. Sprague Harrington comes back and win this one late. We're very honored and privileged to have Sprague Harrington, Coach Purrier, and the Valley Christian Panthers in here tonight. Guys, thanks for coming in. Coach, pretty exciting, emotional night for you guys.
Yeah, pretty up and down, but we had a great time. It was a good game.
Talk about the effort of your team tonight. With the lead late in the game, they won a half. They did some good things tonight.
We did a lot of good things. We're pretty young. We're about 80% freshmen and sophomores, and they're learning how to play ball. A lot of our guys have only played 2 or 3 seasons, so they're still learning how to do the putting the game away thing and how to focus. So we're learning. I'm proud of them.
They're behind, they're trying to catch up as far as football knowledge goes. They're also dealing with something that no other team is dealing with right now, and that's the death of a teammate and a friend. How proud are you of these guys and what they've been able to accomplish going through that? Couldn't be prouder of them. They're some of the finest young men I've ever met in my life, and they soldiered on and I'm just really proud of them. Very proud of them. Just a couple games left for Valley Christian this year. Something to build on tonight, though, right? Yeah, definitely something to build on. We've got our junior high level kids are playing, and they're actually into the playoffs, and we're going to go watch them tomorrow night out at Joe ALBI at 7:30, and we got some good 8th graders coming up next year, and looking at building on this. This is our 3rd season, so we're just learning. Coach Purrier, Valley Christian Panthers, great job tonight, guys. Nothing to hang heads about. It's a good effort. We're going to have them here all night. We're happy that they're here, but we want to figure out what on earth is going on in the GSL. So, guys, try to figure it out.
We have no idea. I do want to say those are good-looking hats those Valley Christian young men have on tonight. Maybe that'll help them out next week. We thought we'd clear up the GSL playoff picture in the 4A. Instead, it's a puddle of mud still. How about this one? We're going to go to Central Valley and Gonzaga Prep homecoming at CV. 2 touchdowns in the final 30 seconds. Central Valley's Gavin DeArmond trying to run out the clock, fumbles it into the hands of Sam Lavis, and then 10 seconds left in the game. It was Shane Schmidlkoffer in 20-0 Prep at the half. Both teams traded field goals in the 3rd quarter. Nothing for CV. DeArmond is sacked by Charlie Hopkins, the big Gonzaga Prepper, and then Bishop Sankey. Oh, they're not going to stop him. How can you stop him? You can't even see him. His muddy uniform, but number 9 gets in. That touchdown with less than 4 minutes to play made it 29-13, and that was the final score. Bears had a chance to clinch a playoff spot. They'll have to wait till next week. Prep needs a win. How about Meade and U-High? Cool, rainy night at U-High tonight. Big play for the Panthers early. Andy Wetzel rolls out. He'll find Bo Tully. How does he get away from this gaggle of Titans? I have no idea, but they're not going to catch him from behind. 70 yards on the catch and run, 7-0 Meade early. They got a safety and would get more. Well, Wetzel was get sacked here after the loss. Taylor Keaton there, but it was all Meade in the first half. Paul Miller running wild in the secondary, 74 yards before he is finally dragged down at the 3. He would score on the next play, made it 16-0, and Miller again in the second quarter, in from 3 yards out, 23-0 at that point in time. Meade goes on to win it 30-13. Still, nobody has clinched a playoff spot, and almost no one is unbeaten.
And Ferris, another one of the 4A teams still alive. They came in tonight's play with only 2 losses in the GSL on the season. They're playing LC, who's had their number as of late. Ferris scored first. LC trying to answer, but pop goes the peanut. Fumble on the 1-yard line, still 7-0 Saxons. Ferris added to the lead. This one, the big fly. Connor Halliday, 55 yards to Jason Bates. Makes it 14-0 Ferris. Second half, LC came back. They took the lead. This, the second of 2 turnovers coming up right there by Ferris. LC with the pick. It's David Mitchell at the pick 6. This one was close, turned into an LC upset. 42-20 the final. Next week, CV and Meade, Ferris versus U High, Prep versus LC, the 4A matchups with playoff implications. It was a downpour at ALBI. Hopefully we had rain gear on the camera from Mount Spokane and Shadle Park. The direct snap here to Travis Ward. 10-yard touchdown run, 7-0 Wildcats. Colton Williams, this guy's been a stud since the opening game against Meade. Continues going strong. 14-0 here, and yes, I'm told that's a touchdown. Oh, the skip, the nice footwork along the sideline there. Wildcats dominating straight up. Another handoff, another one to Williams. Wildcats lead at 28-0. They go on to win this one big, 49-7. Also a 3A matchup. East Valley 34, Rogers 14.
Let's go to North Idaho now, and you know anything can happen in a rivalry game. Even when one team, Coeur d'Alene, is 6-1, the other team, Lake City, comes in at 1-6. A win, though, gives either team a shot at state. T-Wolves down 7-6 at the half. 11-play drive, though. Mark Smiley over the middle. Austin Kiefer, 12-yard touchdown. The Vikings' first possession of the second half. Ryan Dunn pass outside, turns into a pick 6. TJ Phillip, 18 yards to the house. 20-7 T-Wolves. Vikings have always been a fourth-quarter team. So could Sean Amos finally come back and beat Van Trox? So the Vikes put some points on the board. Dutton on the pretty lob pass to Chicago transplant. Jake Matheson coming up big all year. 38-yard score, 2-point conversion, pulls the Vikes within 8. Coeur d'Alene had a minute to go, 99 yards, but from the 50-yard line, Dutton's pass sails over Matheson. Lake City comes away with a hard-fought 23-15 win. And at 2-6 on the year, they control their own destiny towards the state playoffs because they're 2-0 in conference. Post Falls hosting Lakeland. Always a great rivalry game, even in the rain, but the tone set on the opening kickoff. Jordan Pastras takes the ball off to Ricochet, up off the ground, and from 80 yards away, Pastras is off to the races. Only one man to beat the Hawks. Well, they're not going to catch him. Post Falls up 7-0, just 15 seconds into the ball game. The game was all Trojans early on. Lakeland looking to score, but quarterback Eric Cooper is going to get picked off by Jordan Johnson just outside the goal line. He gets up for a nice return. Now 13-0 Post Falls on the toss to Pastras. He's going to fumble, but who cares? He's going to recover in time to make his way into the end zone. Post Falls led 19-0 in the first, 54-19 barbecue win, and the Prairie Pig over Lakeland. 54-19. The final, some more scores from the Inland Empire. How about Sandpoint? They continue to roll. 33 bagel over the Bears from Moscow. And this was last night. Lewiston goes down to Capital and comes away with a 49-27 loss.
Post Falls will be putting that play in next week in the playbook. That fumble and run it in. Maybe some other teams will be doing that as well.
Keith, I got to give you props. East Valley's win. We always make fun of you when it doesn't happen because we know
in the playoffs.
Mighty Keith there you go. So I dropped the ball on that when the score came up.
More decided in the 3A than the 4A, of course.
That's right. GNL action going on, coming up a little bit later on. We're going to find out if West Valley can stay undefeated. That's coming up next. Friday Night Sports Action.
This is Friday Night Sports Extra.
All right, thanks again to the Valley Christian football team for joining us here in the studio tonight for Friday Night Sports Extra. Much more action to bring your way. Ben, starting with you.
And we're going to start with the GNL. Deer Park beat Cheney last week to knock them from the ranks of the undefeated, hoping to stay in the race here. It was plastic baggy night in Deer Park. Stags welcome Med Lake. Showed you that short touchdown run by Alex Wolf for 2 reasons. The first, to whet your appetite for a long run, which you're going to get right here. The very next play from scrimmage, Brandon Haikila gone, 60 yards for the score. Cardinals take the lead back. Second reason I showed you that short run, Wolf going to go ahead and do it again. This time, though, from 37 yards out through the fog and through the Cardinals defense. Takes some shots, does not matter, keeps on trucking. Wolf, 5 touchdowns on the night. Stags win it big, 49-12. Cheney coming off their first loss in conference play, traveling to Riverside. Rams fans still with plenty of energy despite the cold. Cheney with plenty of offense. Ben Bissell, the missile, complete to Alex Adams. He gets some, yards after the catch. The Rams, though, would make it tough on the Blackhawks, forcing 4th and 12 on the drive, but Bissell to Thomas Townsend, TT, a TD, 27-0 Cheney. Rams trying to get something going on the board before the half, but Bissell, the pick right here, going to go ahead and end it through the fog, through the raindrops. Bissell making things happen. Cheney rolls in this one, 33-0.
Everybody in the GNL trying to catch West Valley, and West Valley, Pullman. Old timers remember an old Frontier League matchup. You know what that means? Mud slinging, long bus trip riding, Keith Oso touchdown scoring Frontier League football. That's right. Drew Clausen, he keeps himself for West Valley, makes some nice moves, does get caught from behind, but remember, you don't hit the ground with your throwing hand. That's not a good idea. They punch it in. Clausen to Sam Scholzler. He barrels his way in for West Valley. 14-7, they have the lead at the half. Second half, Eagles looking for more. But Ben, help me out here.
Pop goes the peanut!
Pop goes the peanut. Fumble on the play. Creighton Vance Refrigeration, he's there for the fumble recovery. The Greyhounds break out some trickeration. On the reverse, back to quarterback Cody Peterson. He finds Calvin Odell, makes a move, tackled at the 1. They punch it in, tied up. This one goes to overtime. West Valley stays unbeaten, though. That team's a good football team out there in the Valley. Pullman, great effort on the road. Also another Frontier League game from the past. Colville goes down to Clarkson and gets a win. That's a bus trip.
WV still undefeated. All right, let's move on to the Northeast A-League, but still, Drew Swank on everybody's minds. Freeman and Lakeside raised $400 between the schools for Drew Swank. Freeman's first possession, 10-yard touchdown run by Josh Richardson getting across the goal line. 6-0 Scotties, and this was all Scotties. Freeman, fake punt. Watch this. The snap to quarterback David Swanson, and he's going to go all the way in for another score. 14-0 Scotties. Lakeside in their defense decimated by injuries in this one. Freeman adding to the lead. It's that guy again, Josh Richardson for the touch. Freeman goes on to win this one in a rout. 40-0 is the final. All right, moving down. Newport Grizzlies winless in Northeast A. We're in Spangle for a date with the Liberty Lancers of Northeast 2B. First quarter, Keith Colson takes it around the right side. The sophomore gets into the end zone for the Grizzlies to make it 7-0 early. Then, after a Lancers fumble, Newport finds pay dirt again. Everybody's pulling left, giving Chase Excano an escort in the end zone for a 4-yard touch. 13-0. The Grizzlies looking to turn this into a rout. Colson takes the pitch and gets upfield, but Gus Simmons strips him of the football just like the coaches always tell you to do, and Gus is going the other way. That's a lot of yards for the Lancers, 80 to be exact, making the hometown fans happy, but they wouldn't leave happy as Newport picks up its first win of the season. 20-12 is the final. Few more scores for you. Chewelah, the Cougars all over the Bulldogs of Kettle Falls, 15-9. The Maniacs of Orofino, 27-14 over the Badgers. Priest River, 7-6 on a fumble recovery in the end zone in the fourth quarter. And Kellogg goes to Timberlake and leaves with a 35-13 loss.
Northeast 2B, us old-timers like to call it bi-county action. Lynn Ritzville and Davenport playing. Unbeaten Ritzville junior high team. They're the league champs. Congratulations. We'll see them on Sports Extra soon. But how about Justin Piper here? Right through the heart of the Lynn Ritzville Broncos. And he's in for 6. Davenport will try and tie it up. Quarterback Cody Hopkins drops back to pass. Oh, that's not good. Picked off Jake Eicher. Lynn Ritzville forced to punt. Davenport gets one more chance. Hopkins looking to throw. And that's a fumble! Sacked by Chris Steinmetzer. That's old-fashioned bi-county. Snot-blowing, head-knocking, blood-letting, teeth-losing. Lynn Ritzville wins it 14-7. All right, what about Reardon and Springdale? That's the best job of the night. Food and warmth, huh? Reardon stayed warm by getting into the end zone. C.J. Traeger just gets in. Short run, 20-0. Reardon in control of this one. Instead of kicking, they go for 2. Chance Bell rolls left, takes a chance. No chance because Eric Andros is there for the 2-point conversion. Then more Indians. This time, Bell keeps it himself. The horn's going, but he's not stopping. Nobody's going to catch him. That kid is faster than I thought he was. He's into the end zone. 30. First quarter points for the Indians. Let off the gas later, but they go on to win it 50-24. Other Northeast or Southeast 2B, Asotin continues to roll with a 7-point victory at home. And also tonight, Tico, Oakdale, and Roselia get the shutout win.
We still got much more to come here on the Friday Night Sports Extra. We'll dip down into some, what do you like to call it?
Track meets with huddles, baby. 8-man football coming up next. Thanks again for coming in tonight, being part of Friday Night Sports Extra. Their homecoming tonight. Close loss, but a great game out there against Sprague Harrington. We appreciate all of them coming in. Long drive out from the Valley late at night. We appreciate it. And to the parents who allowed them the time to come out there. All right, track meets with huddles. Time for 8-man football. We're going to head out starting at Hunters. And you know, if you're in the band and you're playing football, that's just double duty. That's all that is. Curlew would get on the board first with this one. Jamie Zirk up the middle. He takes it in. Curlew Cougars with the early lead on Hunters. But here come the Lions. Paul LaRue breaks it to the outside, and you know what? He's giggity gone. He's not going to be touched. Boy, 18 wants somebody to block. Nobody there. Takes it in for a touchdown. Lions with the lead. More Lions. We're going to give it to LaRue again. What the heck? I finally get Hunters and no Eli Bear touchdowns. Phil, you're fired. I know he scored tonight. I saw the box score. Hunters goes on to win this one 70-20.
Phil had to get to Edna's before they closed. He had to get a burger in him, huh? Wilbur Crescent and Odessa, another 8-man action game here. Just trying to stay dry tonight. First drive, Nick Campbell with the direct snap for Odessa, but the ball pops out, as Ben likes to say. Pop goes the cashew there, huh? Wildcats on the fumble recovery. They would take advantage. Logan Janot on the roll. Looking. Now he tucks it away, and he's into the end zone. Hello, Mr. Janot. 6-0 Wildcats. Odessa would answer, though, come right back. Decide to hand it off to Easton Crosley. This guy is fast. Yeah, oh, look at that. Oh, look at him give the fakey leg there and then go into the end zone. Bad problem tonight, though. Odessa turned the ball over 10 times. 10. Not going to win that. 34-16. Wildcats get the win.
We got a bunch more scores to bring your way. And this just in, the Cusick Panthers, well, they're really good. Shane Shanholzer and company, 52-6 win over Inchelium tonight. Pateros, the Billy Goats at ACH. Look at that, 132 points, 56 of them in the third quarter. ACH wins by 40. Moving on, it was Welpenit, the Redskins, doubling up the Selkirk Rangers tonight, 48-24. Colton, a 34-28 win over LKW on a pick six. Tushy, 26-18 over St. John Endicott and Tri-Cities Prep. All over the Tiger Cats, 46-0 tonight.
And we'll just keep the fun going with the scores. We've got Kootenai getting the forfeit from Mullen, 2-0. There's the score. And Lakeside, 2 points. They could have used those 2 points, I guess, because they came up 2 points short against Wallace.
All right, we'll talk some college football and much more coming up after the break on Friday Night Sports Extra. College football now. The Cougs 35-point underdogs at Cal tomorrow. Our coverage starts at 11:30. Huskies looking for their first win over Oregon since 2003. Vandals trying to stay undefeated in the WAC. They're at Nevada. Eastern's got homecoming against Montana State. Whitworth at the Pine Bowl against the Menlo Oaks. And Tri-Cities tomorrow comes to the Spokane Arena for a date with the Chiefs.
Take a breath.
Very nice.
That's a new record time. Nice job there.
Thanks again to Valley Christian, their coaching staff, their players for showing up. They're home next week. Get out there, support this team. A lot of good young men out here.
That's right.
The good news is you get to keep the hats. How about that? I can tell they're fired up over that. I think they'd rather have a win. We'll see if they get it next week. Thanks, guys.
Have a good night, everyone. Come back next week for more Friday Night Sports Extra. We'll see you.